Okay, you can see what we have going right now. Just kind of a first shot at kind of a mock-up dry fit of the LS in my C50. So just to see what we've got going, we are pretty much tight on the oil pan onto the cross member there. It looks like it's bottomed out. So we may have to come up a little bit with some plate on here, but the old position was here. So you can see where the old engine was. So we're gonna be back a little farther, but what we're fighting right here is this head is hitting this little bump in the firewall, which is where kind of the gas pedal mechanism is. So we're gonna have to do some massaging, whatever you wanna call it, on that little area, which is what I'd planned, so I'm okay with that. I think what I'm gonna do is take the gas pedal mechanism all the way off, because we're probably not gonna be able to reuse that. Probably gonna have to go with something different. But I think what I'm gonna do is just, sorry about the camera work here. I'm just gonna notch a little bit here and maybe hammer that in or cut it out and just have a small area to repair. I ended up ordering some stainless steel headers. So we were running out of space with the frame rails here. So I had to order some headers. I got a pretty decent deal on those, so they're gonna be better on space. I'm still gonna try to get this engine back as absolutely far as possible that doesn't make a wonky gas pedal mechanism. I need space for my foot. I don't want my knee to be bent up into my chin when I'm driving, so that's one thing I'm contending with. But my goal is to try to get this hole lined up with here. So that'll push the engine back another inch to inch and a half, I guess. Plenty of space on this side over here on the driver's or passenger side. The only real issue is, like I said, that little bump right there. So we're gonna address that here. We're gonna pull the engine back out, put it back on the stand, and then we will do a little manipulating on that area there, and we'll come back in and see how much farther back we can get the engine to go. I'm not gonna bolt these. I don't think I'm gonna bolt these back in. I think I'm just gonna weld them in once I figure out where I want it and just be done with it. Because who really cares? I'm not gonna go crazy on the weld. We'll just get them welded on there, maybe an inch weld on each side. We can always grind it off later if I ever wanted to move it, but whatever. So that's where we're at. Moving along a little bit here. It's gonna be a kind of a slow grind getting this thing running. A lot to do, a lot of stuff to change over, but we are making progress. I'm setting a tentative date of maybe the 4th of July. So here we are, today is the 24th of February. So hopefully that's a realistic goal. It's not just about time or know-how, it's also about money. I can't just like go out and spend $1,500 on all kinds of cool things to get this project finished. I would love to, but we're gonna try to space it out a little bit and keep it on the cheap. So yeah, let's keep moving.